Hello everyone, in this video we'll see devices of parliamentary proceedings. So let's begin. In the parliamentary system, parliamentary devices are nothing but various procedural tools which are used by members to raise public issues, to seek information, to hold the executive accountable, to discuss urgent matters, to criticize government policies, and to conduct legislative business. Okay. So there are different devices, right? So let's begin one by one. First is the question hour. So understood, right? ये devices जो parliamentary proceeding के devices है क्यों use होते हैं? ये basically to raise any public issue, कोई information seek करना हो, कुछ urgent matter discuss करना हो, कुछ government policies criticize करनी हो, right? To conduct any legislative business or to hold the executive accountable, we use these devices. Now coming to the first one, the question hour. Question hour, what is question hour? Question hour is the first hour of every parliamentary sitting. Okay, so it's the first hour of every parliamentary sitting and is reserved for questions asked by the members to ministers. Okay, so this is reserved. तो first hour जो भी parliamentary sitting का हमेशा first hour reserved होता है for the questions which has to be asked by the members to the ministers, right? So questions are an important device of executive accountability. Okay. And there are three different types of questions. First is the starred question, second is unstarred, and third is short notice question. So starred question requires an oral answer, okay, and short notice question also requires an oral answer. So because an oral answer is required, these questions can be followed by supplementary questions. ठीक है, so ये starred question या short notice question अगर पूछा जा रहा है तो इसका आंसर जो मिनिस्टर को वो ओरली देना है एंड इस क्वेश्चन के बाद के ऊपर सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चंस कैन ऑल्सो बी आस्क्ड, सो दैट इज़ अलाउड. ओके, सो दैट इज़ फॉर स्टार्ट एंड शॉर्ट नोटिस क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, सो ये जो क्वेश्चंस का कलर है ना, व्हेन दिस इज प्रिंटेड, दिस स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन इज प्रिंटेड इन ग्रीन कलर, राइट, एंड जो शॉर्ट नोटिस का क्वेश्चन है दैट इज़ प्रिंटेड इन लाइट पिंक कलर. एंड शॉर्ट नोटिस क्वेश्चन दिस इज गिवन इन लेस देन 10 days of notice, right? Another type of question which is unstarred question, this is printed in white color but this requires a written answer. इसमें written answer required है, therefore supplementary questions cannot be asked in this. Okay, so keep this three in mind. Now there is one more type of questions to private members. तो ये जो था questions to the ministers था. If question is asked to a private member when he or she is responsible for some business of the house, so that questions are printed in yellow color. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now second is the zero hour. Zero hour is an Indian innovation in parliamentary procedure, okay, and this is not mentioned in rules of procedure but it is there since 1962. So zero hour में क्या होता है, this starts immediately after the question hour, okay, and members raise matters of urgent public importance without prior notice, okay, and this continues until the regular agenda of the parliament begins, right? So this is basically the period between the question hour and the order of the day, regular agenda. So that time is called the zero hour, okay, which is around 12 p.m. Now coming to third, the motion. Motions are basically a formal proposal which is made by a member to the house for expressing a decision or opinion, okay. So this is a formal proposal. So no discussion on a matter of public importance can take place except on a motion made with consent of the presiding officer, okay. Now the house expresses its decision through adoption or rejection of motions. So जो पार्लियामेंट अपना डिसीजंस कुछ भी एक्सप्रेस करता है ना, दैट इज़ थ्रू मोशंस, राइट. मोशंस आर नथिंग बट फॉर्मल प्रपोजल विच इज़ मेड बाय अ मेंबर, राइट. Now there are some types of motions. First is the substantive motion. Substantive motion is nothing but a self-contained independent proposal dealing with a very important matter. So this is a self-contained independent proposal, right? Like impeachment of president. Impeachment of president अपने आप में ही एक self-contained proposal है, right? Independent. It's an independent proposal. Okay, it's independent in nature. इसका if we are discussing, if the house is discussing upon the impeachment of president, so this is an independent matter, so this comes under a substantive motion. Second example is removal of CEC. if removal of CEC के ऊपर पार्लियामेंट में डिस्कशन हो रहा है, then again this is a substantive motion and self-contained independent proposal. Second is substitute motion. Substitute motion is moved in substitution of original motion. Okay, so this proposes an alternative. Name से ही पता चल रहा है, substitute. Okay, propose an alternative. So if this is adopted, it will replace the original motion completely. Then third is a subsidiary motion. Subsidiary motion is a motion which depends upon another motion. Okay, it does not exist independently. So first is ancillary motion. Ancillary motion is regular procedural motion to help conduct house business. So this is kind of a regular procedural motions. Okay, so and it cannot exist independently, like motion to take up a bill for consideration. Okay, motion to refer a bill to a select committee, or motion to circulate a bill. So these are procedural motions and they cannot exist independently, right? Now second type of subsidiary motion is superseding motion. Superseding motion is moved during a debate to supersede the original issue, right? Supersede, right? To overlap, to supersede it. Now third is amendment. Amendment is basically it seeks modification part of original motion, right? Now this was all about the types of motion. Now coming to another procedure, another device basically, which is the closure motion. Closure motion is used to cut short debate in the house. Okay, and if this motion is passed, then the debate immediately stops and the entire matter is put to vote. So there are different types of closure motions. First is simple closure. Simple closure is simply the matter is sufficiently discussed and the matter is closed and put to vote. Now this another type of closure is closure by compartment. So in this what happens, the clauses of the bill or discussions that are grouped and they are voted part wise. Okay, now kangaroo closure is only important clauses are discussed. So the way kangaroo jumps, right? So only in any matter proposal bill, so only the important points are discussed, rest are ignored, or rest are rest are ignored, rest are avoided. So only important clauses are discussed, that is kangaroo closure. Then another type of closure is guillotine closure. So this is remaining clauses voted together after allotted time expires. So what happens? So if when the allotted time expires, whatever has been pending, entire thing is grouped together and that is voted upon. So no discussion on the part which is left happens, no discussion happens on that. Okay, so that is guillotine closure. Now coming to privilege motion. Privilege motion is basically concerned with breach of parliamentary privilege by a minister. Okay, so this is moved when any minister withhold facts, gives wrong information, gives distorted information, or try to mislead the house. So this motion can be moved, privilege motion. This motion is used to censor the concerned minister. Censor means to condemn the concerned minister. Okay, so this is privilege motion. This is against a minister. Okay, so this is concerned with the breach of parliamentary privilege by the minister. Now the next is adjournment motion. Adjournment motion is introduced to draw attention of the house to a definite, urgent, factual matter of public importance. Okay, so adjournment motion needs support of 50 members. Okay, this interrupts normal business of the house and this is an extraordinary parliamentary device. Okay, this contains element of censure against government and this is only allowed in Lok Sabha. The discussion for this must last minimum of 2 hours 30 minutes. Okay, so minimum अगर एडजॉर्नमेंट मोशन इंट्रोड्यूस हो रहा है सो मिनिमम डिस्कशन 2.5 घंटे का होना चाहिए इसके ऊपर. ओके, एंड टू इंट्रोड्यूस दिस सपोर्ट ऑफ 50 मेंबर्स इज नीडेड. दिस इज ओनली अलाउड इन लोकसभा. ओके, एंड दिस इंटरप्ट्स द नॉर्मल बिजनेस ऑफ द हाउस. अगर ये इंट्रोड्यूस होता है तो जो नॉर्मल हाउस का जो बिजनेस चल रहा था वो रुक जाएगा एंड देन इसके ऊपर डिस्कशन होगा. राइट, एंड दिस कंटेन्स एन एलिमेंट ऑफ सेंसर अगेंस्ट गवर्नमेंट. Now what are the conditions or restrictions for this motion to be introduced? So ये adjournment motion must raise matter which is definite, factual, urgent, of public importance, right? Then it should not cover more than one matter. It must concern recent occurrence. It should not raise question of privilege. It should not revive already discussed matter. It should not deal with matter which is under education by court, and it should not raise matter which can be raised through another motion. Okay, so this points you have to keep in mind. Now coming to another motion, which is calling attention motion. Calling attention motion is again an Indian innovation in parliamentary procedure. Okay, this is there since 1954, like the 0 hour. Okay, 0 hour were also Indian innovation. Calling attention motion is also an Indian innovation. So here what happens, a member calls attention of a minister to a matter of urgent public importance and seeks an authoritative statement from the minister. Okay, this requires prior permission of speaker, but this is mentioned in rules of procedure. Okay, so 0 hour was not formally recognized. 0 hour was not mentioned in rules of procedure. So calling attention motion is different from 0 hour because this is formally recognized. This is mentioned in rules of procedure. Okay, and this requires prior permission of speaker, and it does not contain any element of censure, right? Now coming to no confidence motion. No confidence motion is based on the idea that is based on collective responsibility, right? Collective responsibility we have under Article 75, in which this says that Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, right? So Council of Ministers remains in office as long as it enjoys the confidence of Lok Sabha. So this no confidence motion is moved only in Lok Sabha. This is moved against entire Council of Ministers. This also needs supports of 50 members. Okay, and it need not state any reason, and if this is passed, no confidence motion is passed against the Council of Ministers, then the entire government has to resign. Okay, so this checks the confidence of the government, right? So this checks the confidence of Lok Sabha on the government. Okay. Now next is censure motion. Censure motion is moved to censor or condemn or criticize the policy, action, conduct of government, specific minister, group of minister, entire council of minister. Okay. So this must state the reason, can target specific policy or actions, and this is passed by simple majority. If this is passed, censor motion अगर पास हो जाता है, the government is not legally bound to resign. Okay, keep in mind, censor no confidence motion में क्या होता है, अगर no confidence motion पास हो गया तो government has to resign. Okay, this is used to check the confidence of Lok Sabha in the government, लेकिन censor motion criticize करने के लिए होता है. Okay, अगर ये पास होता है, government is not legally bound to resign. However, this is politically very serious. Government may need to prove majority afterward. Okay. Now next is confidence motion. Okay, so this is also called trust vote or flow test. So this is not mentioned in constitution or rules or house. This is developed through parliamentary conventions. So here government seeks to prove majority support in Lok Sabha. Okay, so this is usually moved after hung parliament or during political instability, when president doubts majority या फिर कभी coalition government बनता है. So in that case, अगर तो this is basically opposite of no confidence. Like if you want to check the confidence, like if if we want to government to prove the majority. Okay, so that it's called trust vote or flow test. So if defeated, the government has to resign. Okay. Now next is motion of thanks. So motion of thanks, this is basically after every general election and first session of every fiscal year. So this is given by the president. So president addresses both the House of Parliament. Okay, in the address, president will outline the government policies, programs, achievements and the future agenda. So this motion after the president addresses, this motion is discussed in both the houses and the motion is put to vote. So if this motion fails in Lok Sabha, the failure of Lok Sabha to pass motion of thanks amounts to defeat of government and may lead to the resignation of the government. Okay, Rajya Sabha rejection does not remove government because Council of Ministers is collectively responsible only to the Lok Sabha. Okay, so this is important, keep in mind. Okay, so failure of Lok Sabha to pass motion of thanks amount to defeat of government and it may lead to resignation. Now next is no day yet named motion. So this is no day yet named. Okay, so by the name you can see that this motion is admitted by the speaker but no date is fixed for discussion. Okay, so no date is yet named, so the speaker will allocate date and time in consultation later with the leader of the house or business advisory committee. The next is the dilatory motion. So dilatory motion is moved to delay the progress of bill, motion, resolution. So speaker may reject it or immediately put question to vote if misuse occurs. Okay, so this is used to delay the progress. Now point of order. Point of order is what? Point of order is raised when proceedings violates rules of procedure. So this is generally used by opposition. Okay, point of order is used by the opposition to highlight the procedure irregularities or rule violations by government. Okay, so what is its feature? It suspends regular proceedings of the house. No debate is allowed in this matter. In this regard, chairman and speaker's decision is final. Okay, now half an hour discussion. So the half an hour discussion is held for matters which require further clarification regarding questions already answered. Okay, so this can arise from starred, unstarred or short notice question. Okay, so matter should be of sufficient public importance. No formal motion or no voting is done in this, and the speaker may allot 3 days weekly for this. Okay, so this is half an hour discussion. And then there is one more short duration discussion. This is 2-hour discussion. Okay, and this is also existence since 1953. This also includes matter of urgent public importance. No formal motion, no voting is there. Members only express views, and for this speaker may allot 2 days weekly. Okay, for half an hour discussion, speaker may allot 3 days. For short duration, speaker may allot 2 days weekly. Now there is one more special mention. Special mention is used in Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha equivalent device is notice under rule 377. Okay, so this is used to raise matter which are not point of order or which cannot be raised under other procedural device. So अभी तक जितना भी device देखे, अगर some matter does not come in that device or point of order, so that matters are raised in this special mention. Okay, so this is used in Rajya Sabha, and Lok Sabha mein equivalent is notice under rule 377. Now last are resolutions. Resolution is a self-contained independent proposal. Okay, and this is submitted for approval of house, and this expressing decision or opinion of house. Basically, wait, I'll tell you first. Okay, so resolution is resolution specifically express the decision or opinion of house. Motion simply start a discussion. Suppose if we are introducing a motion in parliament, so we simply mean like let's discuss this. Okay, so motion is generally to simply start a discussion, but resolution specifically expresses the decision or opinion of the house. Like this is the house official view or decision. Okay, if this is said, this is the house official view or decision, that is resolution, and if it simply says that let's discuss it, then that is a motion. Okay, so resolution is nothing but a self-contained independent proposal. Okay, this is submitted for approval and it expresses decision or opinion of house. This is important. Resolution expresses decision or opinion of a house. So all resolutions are substantive motions, right? So resolutions are basically more formal, self-contained proposal. These are always substantive. Okay, substantive means it's independent and it's always voted upon. Okay, and this express official opinion or decision of the house. Okay, so what are the objectives of resolution? A resolution may declare opinion, may approve, disapprove government acts or policies, may convey message, request, recommendation, may call government attention to a matter. Okay, now there are certain types of resolutions like private member resolution. Private member resolution is moved by private member or non-minister, and this private members resolution are discussed on alternate Fridays. Government resolution moved by minister. So resolution, there are certain types of government resolution. First is resolutions approving international treaties, convention, agreements. Second is resolutions approving government policies. Third is resolution approving committee recommendations. Okay, so 3 categories. Then third is statutory resolution. This statutory resolution can be moved by minister or private member, and this is moved under constitution or act of parliament. Okay, now let's see the difference between motion and resolution. So motion simply means, let's discuss this. Resolution, we say officially it's said like this is a house official view or decision. Okay, so the purpose of motion is to start discussion of parliamentary process. Resolution express formal opinion or decision of house. Nature of motion is general parliamentary proposal. This is specific type of substantive motion. Okay, motion may or may not be voted upon. Resolution is always voted upon. Okay, so motion is a wider concept, but resolution is a narrower concept. Okay, after motion the discussion will start, and the resolution, official opinion or decision is expressed through it. And so let's see an example for motion. If suppose there is a motion, then we'll say that the issue of inflation be discussed. But if it's a resolution, then it will be said like this house recommends the government to take urgent steps to control inflation. Okay, so see the difference in language. एक बार इसको पढ़ के लैंग्वेज में जो डिफरेंस है वो आप एक बार देखने की कोशिश करो. जैसे द हाउ दैट द इशू ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन बी डिस्कस्ड, अगर ऐसा बोला जा रहा है देन इट्स अ मोशन. और अगर बोला जा रहा है दिस हाउस रिकमेंड्स द गवर्नमेंट टू टेक अर्जेंट स्टेप्स टू कंट्रोल इन्फ्लेशन, देन दैट इज अ रेजोल्यूशन बिकॉज इट एक्सप्रेसेस अ फॉर्मल ओपिनियन और डिसीजन ऑफ हाउस. ओके, now this is very important. So all resolutions are motions, but all motions are not resolutions. Okay, right? Now we have seen Indian inventions and parliamentary procedure. So there are 2 Indian inventions, 0R and calling attention motion. 0R is since 1962, calling attention motion is since 1954. Okay, now let's see the difference between adjournment, censure and no confidence motion. So adjournment motion discuss urgent public matter. Censure motion is to criticize policy or action, and no confidence is used to test the majority. Right? To introduce this 3 motion, for adjournment motion reasons are needed. For censure motion also reason is needed. For no confidence motion no reason is needed. Right? This is against government indirectly. This is censure motion is against minister, council of minister or any policy. No confidence motion is against entire council of ministers. Okay, these 3 are introduced only in Lok Sabha. Very important. Okay, now to introduce adjournment motion, support of 50 members is needed. Censure motion no fixed support. No confidence motion also 50 member support is needed. Okay, so the effect of adjournment motion is political criticism. Censure motion is also severe criticism. No confidence motion effect is government falls if this is passed. Right? So let's see some important pointers. So censure, if the motion involves blaming the government, it is usually restricted to Lok Sabha. Why? Because the council of ministers is collectively responsible only to the Lok Sabha. Okay, so जो censure related motions हैं that is restricted to Lok Sabha. Then ये जो भी parliamentary procedures हमने devices discuss किए, the majority required here is simple majority. Okay, so unless otherwise specified like impeachment, all these devices are decided by simple majority. Innovations we have seen 0R and calling attention are purely Indian contributions to parliamentary procedures. Then motions, formal proposal made by a member to a house to take a decision or express an opinion. Resolution is a form of motion which is used to express the opinion of the house on a matter of general public interest. Right? And censure is an expression of strong disapproval or harsh criticism. Okay, so let's revise all the devices again. So we have seen all these devices. Okay, so let's see one by one. Question hour. was to seek information. It's used in both the houses. It's used in first hour of parliamentary sitting. Okay. 0 hour is informal discussion. Both the houses again. This is Indian innovation. No notice needed. Right. Adjournment motion, urgent public importance. Then it's only introduced in Lok Sabha. This has an element of censor. It needs 50 members support. No confidence motion is to test government majority, introduced only in Lok Sabha if government falls if passed. Right? Confidence motion is also to prove government majority. This is used in Lok Sabha. It's moved by the government. Then censure motion is to criticize specific act, used only in Lok Sabha. It must state the reason and government is not legally bound to resign. Then calling attention motion, it's for an urgent matter. It's can be introduced in both the houses. This is Indian innovation, no censor element. Now motion of thanks, this is to discuss president's speech. This is done in both the houses. Defeat leads to government resignation. Defeat in Lok Sabha leads to government resignation. Okay. Then point of order, this is for rule violation, used in both the houses. This suspend business, no debate allowed. Okay. Then half an hour, it's to clarify a question, can be used in both the houses. Then 3 days a week can be reserved for this, no voting. Then short duration is for urgent matter, can be introduced in both the house. Then this is 2 days a week, 2 hour discussion. Okay. Then special mention is for general matters, is introduced in Rajya Sabha, and rule 377 is Lok Sabha equivalent. Okay. So this was all about the devices of parliamentary procedure. Okay. Hope this is clear. Thank you.